Kapow! Pachow! But mostly... The Three Ninjas were a series of movies released in the 90s. They were about three preteen brothers who learned karate from their Japanese grandfather. I'm no expert, but I've seen Japanese people, and these guys, they don't really look Japanese. The movies saw them fighting goons and taking down crime organizations. The result? One-star flicks that could only appeal to young boys that wanted to emulate the kick-assery that they saw on screen. Now, I'm proud to say that 15 years or so ago, I was definitely one of those kids. The Three Ninjas, the first entry, was released in 1992. It followed our three heroes, Rocky, the oldest, Tum Tum, the youngest, and Colt, the middle child, who were trained as ninjas. They're kidnapped by this evil dude because, well, look, I don't really remember why they were kidnapped, but who cares? That's not the point. The only thing you have to know is that the boys have to use their newfound ninja skills to escape their dire situation. After opening, the film was met with, well, awful reviews. But it grossed over $29 million, so who gives a crap? Oh yeah! 2 years later, the Three Ninjas kicked back in, The Three Ninjas Kick Back. That's the title of the second movie. Rocky. You look different. Tum Tum. That's not Tum Tum. What's up, Cole? Ignoring the fact that Rocky was replaced by a post-pubescent man-child, and that Tum Tum transformed into an equally small yet totally different-looking little jelly bean, this movie is totally awesome. This time around, we get to see our heroes venture to Japan to return an ancient dagger in an even more epic journey than the previous one. And if that weren't enough, a year later they released The Three Ninjas Knuckle Up, whatever that means. Oh hey, Rocky and Tum Tum, you're back. What? It was decent, I guess. I don't know. Something about Native Americans in their land? Whatever. It made like no money at the box office and was considered the series' first financial flop. Years down the line, they tried to rejuvenate the series with an all-new cast and even Hulk Hogan in The Three Ninjas High Noon at Mega Mountain. But this piece of garbage was such a stinker, I'd like to pretend it doesn't even exist. In fact, the film was so bad that it acts as an embarrassment to an already poorly regarded franchise. Ugh. Alright, so we got a mediocre but nostalgia-packed trilogy on our hands. Well, now what? I'll tell you what. They made a game out of the second film for the SNES and Sega Genesis. I had this baby for the Sega Genesis as a kid and played the shit out of it, though I really doubt I ever made it past level 3. I remember adoring this action-adventure game as a kid, beating up baddies and traveling across Japan with my ninja brethren. But why? Did I have good taste as a kid, or was I just another dumb child? Let's find out. Okay, here we go. Let's get stoked. Our favorite developer, Malibu Interactive, is sure to not let us down. I mean, after all, looking at their Wikipedia page, they've given us a flurry of A+ titles. You know, the creators of such gems as Dinosaurs for Hire, Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends, and Battle Cars. Battle Cars, oh wee, how you doing? Alright, look at that menu screen. Looking good, boys. Okay, I could be anybody. Well, I'm gonna be Colt, he was always my favorite. Let's go, buddy, let's start this up.
Let's murderize them!
Yeah, let's do that. Starting things off, the first thing you notice is the game looks, well, it looks not great. Everything looks a little bit muddied up, and there's no real vibrancy to the background. Where did all the colors go? Well, whatever, let's just move on for now. Okay, we can jump, we got a sword attack. Alright, let's do this, let's go. Ah, run, fuck! What in the hell was that? 2 seconds in and we're being chased by this huge boulder. Not to mention if you touch it, you're dead.
Okay, round 2. Here we go. We know what's coming now. So let's... Fuck! How do you avoid that shit? Oh! And if all these random hazards weren't stressful enough, you'll also have to master these unforgiving controls if you want to avoid causing your character even more damage. So to grab onto these balls, you have to jump and then press up on the control pad. Mechanically, yeah, it makes sense, but because the game's controls and conventions are first introduced to you in an environment where you have to move quickly or be killed, the player is forced to learn through trial and error.
So you know what that means, right? It means you're gonna die, and you're gonna die again, and you're gonna keep dying until you say, hey, forget about it. All I wanted was the Reese's Puffs anyway.
Other games like Mega Man or Mario introduce you to their conventions and controls in a relatively stress-free environment, so that you can figure out what the hell you're doing before you're thrust into steep challenges. Like in World 1-1 of Super Mario Bros. 3, you got plenty of time to take down this itsy-bitsy thread of a Goomba and grasp how the game will work. But if the guys at Malibu Interactive ran that shit, they'd be like, yeah, Shigeru, I see what you're doing there, I see what you're doing, it looks great, but I think what you really need is some more boulders. So eventually you'll kind of figure out how to play and make it past the first series of death traps until BOOM! What the hell? Small explosions killing all surrounding life help you out. I'm not really going to question it right now. And then, hold on a minute. Grandpa? Grandpa, is that you? You're an enemy here? Multiple grandpas? What? And then eventually we find our way to stage 2. So let's just woo-wee! What? I guess that's it. The next zone sees you doing things a little differently as you run around a confined space trying to destroy all these dummies. It's new, but Grandpa throws shurikens at you, so still not that fun. And then in Zone 4, it's more of what I know you're gonna ask for. Stop. It's boulder time.
You can't touch this.
But this boulder sees the laws of physics and says, fuck you, I'm a boulder. I'll roll anywhere, anytime.
Finally, level 2. We're introduced to this level with this dumb little cutscene, and the 3 main goons in the film make their first appearance. They're really annoying. Like, look how long it takes just to subdue them. And then when you do, they just get up and appear somewhere else later. What's with this game, and how is everyone doing that? Where's this cloning technology coming from?
Collect all the things you'll need for your journey. Luggage, books, and a tied-up human being? That's the collectible? Something tells me you might have trouble getting that through security. Lol, am I right?
And after we do all that crap, we're on to the next zone. Zone 2, the secret cave. Oh, and by the way, this level's impossible, so don't get too excited. There's more tikis, bats, ninjas, and even some other generic enemies thrown in there. But no cave level would be complete without some bad platforming. You have to time your jumps on these moving blocks, and man, I'll tell you, it's really hard to know when you're gonna land on the platforms and when you're just gonna fall through right into the spikes. It requires perfect timing and more patience than I have right now, so let's move on. Alright, here we go, beating the level, and definitely not cheating or anything, no way.
So this next level has to be one of the best. And by best, I mean most goddamn absurd. Run around the hospital freeing mummified patients and generally just breaking shit. Classic. I'm not tired of this formula yet. Look, it's just so annoying that... Well, how do you do? Oh, and by the way, Rocky plays pretty much exactly the same as Colt, so... Yay for that.
And I think this little clip demonstrates why this game is so frustrating. Just take a look. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? There were no obstacles in front of me at this point, so as a player, I had nothing to do but continue forward. But then out of nowhere, a lamp falls on my damn head, and I'm forced to start over. The lamp was only on screen before it fell for about a second, so I had no time to react. And plus, I'm busy killing all these guys and breaking all this shit. Why the hell do I have to worry about lamps falling on my head on top of that? Who built this fucking hospital anyway? The only way to dodge this is if you've played the game before and are already expecting the lamp to fall. So again, more trial and error, more dying and repeating, dying and repeating, dying and repeating.
Eventually, you'll take on this holy shit sized nurse. Like, do they really grow people that big in Japan? Seriously, that's freaky. The Gardens is one of the last levels, and it's actually probably the best looking so far. All the green, the Japanese-style buildings, and the rain make it feel pretty atmospheric. But the enemies are insane and the platforming sucks, so you'll be taken out of the experience pretty quickly anyway. Like seriously, if you don't have full health, how the hell are you supposed to take down this asshole dragon? And this jump, oh my god, this fucking jump. No, I can't even. So skipping the last level, I decided to be Tum Tum this time around. Why not, right? YOLO. Well, as where Rocky and Colt were identical, Tum Tum just sucks. He can barely reach anything in the air, and he has no extended reach. Come on, man. But it probably doesn't help that this level is straight up impossible. Chainsaws, spikes, starts, farts, butts. If you want to beat this level, you're going to have to keep dying and dying until you learn it back to front. And even when you do, you'll probably fuck up. This level keeps going and going, which doesn't make it any easier. So if you die, you'll keep heading back to the start. Again and again.
So that's pretty much it for the Three Ninjas Kick Back for the SNES and Sega Genesis. Oh, the ending? Well, I figured you wouldn't really want to see the ending. I mean, Hollywood endings are so cliche anyway, right? No? Well, the thing I couldn't beat it, okay? Jeez, just Google that, man. Leave me alone. Hey guys, thanks for watching my first ever review. If you can, maybe throw some love to that like button, maybe that subscribe button. It really helped me out a lot. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. They're okay too, I guess. Yeah, they're all right. Anyway, I'm gonna go. So don't forget to leave a kissy kiss, and talk to you later.